Hi, you know, winter was long. It was a time of silence when we warmed ourselves with the aromas of cinnamon and cloves, hiding in the warmth of our kitchens. But now the air has changed. It's become crisp, and my kitchen is starting to change too. In spring, food stops being just a way to warm up. It becomes a way to wake up. If in winter we cooked dishes that embrace, then in spring we seek those that open your eyes. Today I want to tell you about 6 spring spices and herbs I've prepared, not just recipes, but the stories, because behind every mint leaf or cracked seed stand thousands of years. These are stories about how people learned to feel life after long darkness. We'll journey from the first greens in my garden to rare spices that smell like sunshine. Ready? Then let's bring into our home. Mint. If spring had breath, it would smell exactly like this. The very name of this herb came to us from ancient Greek myth. There once lived a nymph named Minthy, who was transformed into a plant with a cold, piercing aroma. And there is meaning in this. Mint doesn't try to be gentle. It invigorates. In ancient Greece, mint was a symbol of hospitality. Before important guests arrived, tables were wrapped with bunches of fresh mint, so the scent would create an atmosphere of clarity and joy. And the Roman scholar Pliny the Elder advised students to wear wreath of mint, believing it cleared the mind. And these aren't just legends. Mint contains mental an essential oil that literally makes our receptors wake up. I love mint for its honesty. In spring is the perfect companion for the first vegetables. It wonderfully highlights the sweetness of young peas or the first carrots. But my favorite secret is mint butter. I simply mash fresh leaves with salt and soft butter, just a little. And when you place a piece of this butter on hot new potatoes that have just appeared at the market, in that moment magic happens. It's the taste of new life, the taste of earth that has finally warmed up. Mint speaks to us of clarity. It whispers, "Shake off your sleep. Look how much light there is around you." When the spring sky is still too gray, I reach for lemons. This is my pocket sun. Few people realize, but the lemon is a traveler. Its homeland is foothills of the Himalayas, India and China. It came to Europe thanks to Arab traders, and for a long time during the Renaissance it was a symbol of incredible wealth. In still life paintings of that era, a lemon with its peel half removed meant luxury, but the most valuable part of a lemon isn't the juice. It's this thin, porous layer of skin that we called zest. It's here in tiny capsules on the surface that the essential oils are stored. This doesn't add acidity, it adds joy, a pure citrus aroma. It's a natural antidepressant. I add zest everywhere, to morning cottage cheese, to salad dressing, to ordinary pasta. There is an Italian tradition, Grimalata. It's a mixture of finely chopped parsley, garlic, and lemon zest. It's like the final flourish of a pen beneath a painting. Sprinkle this on a dish at the end, and it instantly comes alive. Lemon zest reminds us the most important and brightest things are always on the surface. You just need to learn how to extract them. That's its lessons. The ability to glow from within, even when the sky is cloudy. And this is life's first victory in my garden. Green onion is one of the most ancient crops on the planet. It was cultivated in Central Asia 5,000 years ago. In ancient Egypt, onion was considered a symbol of eternity because of its late structure and its first green shoots in spring were a sign that the Nile would soon flood and bring life. For me, green onion is a breakthrough. it pushes through the earth when it's still cold. It's juicy, bold, and smells of the earth own freshness. Unlike winter's yellow onion, which we fry for a long time until golden, green onion can stand heat. It needs to be eaten alive. I never cooked it, only fresh, as a very end, into soup, into salad, or simply on a slice of fresh bread with butter. It contains chlorophyll and vitamins that we need right now to shake off winter fatigue. Green onion is a soldier spice. It's the first to go into battle against the cold and winds. Its wisdom is simple. Even after the longest winter, we will definitely break through to the light. Coriander. This spice is a true keeper of time. Its seeds have been found in the tombs of Egyptian pharaohs, including Tutankhamun himself. The ancient Egyptians called it the spice of happiness, and in the Old Testament, manna from heaven was compared to the white seeds of coriander. Many fear its leaves. Cilantro, because of the sharp smell, but the seeds are completely different. If winter's black pepper is a sticked him, then spring coriander is its young air. It has no heat, but It has an amazing woody purity and a subtle citrus undertone. When you crush coriander, the kitchen fills with the scent of a spring forest. It smells like sun-warmed tea bark and the first pine needles. I love adding it to spring soups and roasted root vegetables. It doesn't overpower the taste of vegetables, but creates the perfect backdrop for them. It makes food transparent and easy to perceive. Coriander reminds us about depth, about how even the smallest seed holds the memory of millennia. It's as if it says to be noticed. You don't have to shout. It's enough just to be real. And this is the soul of my garden, lavender. Its name comes from the Latin word lavare, which means to wash. The ancient Romans added lavender to the bath for cleanliness and freshness. But for me, lavender in spring isn't about hiding. It's about the first blossoming. Many are used seen lavender in sachets for linens, but in the kitchen it's an incredibly delicate instrument. In spring, when our senses are raw and we just getting used to the bright light, we need something that calms. Lavender is floral peace. It's slightly bitter with a cool aftertaste. I add just a few flowers to spring baking or to a cup of herbal tea at sunset. Another secret of mine is lavender sugar. Simply place a sprig of lavender in a jar of sugar for a week. Then you can sprinkle the sugar on strawberries or add it to your morning coffee. The aroma is barely detectable, but it changes everything. This helps you slow down after a busy spring day when everything around is growing and moving too fast. Lavender returns us to ourselves. You have to be very gentle with it. One extra pinch and the taste becomes perfume-like. That's its message. After a long winter, we need tenderness. First of all, toward ourselves. And the last spice of our list, the one that brings color back to the world, Sumac. Its homeland is the Mediterranean and the Middle East. The name comes from the Aramaic Sumac, which means red. Before lemons became available in Europe, it was Sumac that was the main source of darkness for Roman legionnaires and medieval cooks. Sumac is a visual explosion. It looks like swelling buds on teeth, like life's first bright spark. It has a fruity, tart taste. If lemon is sunlight, then sumac is the energy of life itself, pulsing beneath the bark. I sprinkle it on salads, add it to fish or hummus. Try mixing sumac with olive oil and a drop of honey. You'll get dressing that will transform any spring salad. And sumac is incredible of fried eggs. just a pinch of top, and an ordinary breakfast becomes a celebration. It awakens the taste buds, making eyes feel flavors more sharply, more vividly. Sumac is about passion, about the fact that spring is not only tenderness but also the courage to make yourself known. It's time to be bright, time to step out of the shadows. Mint, lemon, onion, coriander, lavender, and sumac. 6 stories of awakening. You know what's the main secret of spring cooking? It's not about calories or cutting techniques. It's about learning to breathe in rhythm with nature. In winter, we build warmth to stay warm. In spring, we take those walls down. We open windows, we let in the wind. We allow new aromas to change us. Spices are just keys, a key to joy, a key to peace, a key to memory. My grandmother always said that spring begins not on the calendar, but at the tip of your knife. When you cut the first greens, and now I know for certain it's true. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, don't rush to turn on the news. Go to the window, breathe in that sharp air, and then go to the kitchen. Crush coriander seeds in your pans. Breathe in the aroma of mint. Look at the bright sumac. Feel that you're part of this enormous awakening world. You're alive. You're breathing, and ahead of us is a whole year of warmth. Thank you for being with me today in the silence of my kitchen. May these aromas awaken your heart the way they awaken mine. Until we meet again under the first spring sun.